This is the fully spec'd out 16-inch brand new MacBook Pro M1 Max processor with every single spec that you can put in it. And I was curious, just how worth it is it to max out a computer like this? And how much faster is it than this 13-inch MacBook Pro M1? When this came out, this seemed like the fastest computer any of us have ever seen. It rendered faster, it exported faster, it was mind-blowingly fast. So how much faster can this 16-inch really be in Final Cut Pro? Before I had the M1 Mac, I actually had a 16-inch Intel Core i7 or i9, whatever it was, fully spec'd out, quad core. It was a really expensive computer. And when I bought this $1,500 M1 Mac, I was shocked with just how this blew away the speeds that I was getting on my previous $5,000 machine. So when Apple came out with this new M1 Max processor that is supposed to be even crazy faster than this, it was pretty crazy to even comprehend that it could be that much faster. So I decided to spec out a 16-inch, get everything I could in it, and I want to see just how much faster it is for everyday stuff. I'm a video editor. That's what I do full time. I'm a content creator. I'm always editing, always exporting. So anytime I can get faster speeds for things like rendering, exporting, and doing the daily tasks that I do regularly, I'm all for it because time is money. And if I could export things in a quarter of the time, which is kind of what they claim this would really be, I'm all for it. So we have the exact same Final Cut Pro library opened on both, a video I just created that is 15 minutes long. It is 4K, 10-bit. We're gonna do the same exact export settings. Both of them have not been rendered at all yet. I have background rendering off, so they are in identical position. And here we go. Settings, video and audio, H.264, save only 6.35 gigs. And on this computer, we have the exact same setup. We're gonna export them both directly to the desktop. So we're exporting right onto the SSD. And here we go. So right now we are at 1 minute and 30 seconds in. The M1 Max is at 35% and the M1 is at 15%, just a minute and a half in. We are 3 minutes in. At 3 minutes, the M1 Max is at 72% and the M1 is at 32%. So far, these claims are really holding up. This is incredibly fast. Wow. Okay, and the M1 Max is finished right now at 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And that one is currently at 45%. So 4 minutes and 10 seconds to export a 15-minute 4K 10-bit file from the M1 Max. That is a very, very impressive time, which is funny because when I just exported this video 2 days ago, I was actually impressed that this actually exported as fast as it did on the M1. Now seeing it in comparison, it's crazy. So we'll let that continue to export here. We'll take a look at my specs here. We have the M1 Max, 64 gigs of memory. We have 10 cores, just an absolute monster. And the M1 is complete, 8 minutes, 35 seconds. So 4 minutes and 10 seconds for the M16, 8 minutes and 35 seconds for that same exact export on there. So nearly 4 minutes shorter on just a 15-minute file. So definitely very, very fast speeds. So the next test I want to do is a little bit of a transcoding test. Now, granted, you don't really ever have to actually transcode footage anymore now with these M1 Max processors. It can basically handle anything you throw at it, but just for the sake of testing, how much faster does it actually do it? Let's just take 3 files from this library and we're just going to transcode them into a proxy just to see how much faster they actually will transcode. Like I said, this is completely unnecessary because the computer doesn't need to do it, but it's at least still a good test for maybe if you're someone that wanted to know that. So we're taking these exact same files. We're going to go to File, Transcode Media. We're going to make them H.264 25%. So same thing here, File, Transcode Media, H.264 25%. Start the clock. And we are transcoding now. Let's drop these both down so we can see these at the same time just to see how much faster they are going. So file number 1 is complete on the M1 Max. Hopping over to the next one now. File number 2 is complete on the M1 Max. And all 3 files are complete, 43 seconds. And the M1 is just finishing up the very first file right now. So 44 seconds on the M1 Max, 1 minute and 20 seconds for that same 3 files on the M1. So some fast speeds for sure. So if you're someone that uses Final Cut Pro, you can see that obviously this makes a huge difference in terms of the actual export times, render times, proxy times, all that stuff is going to be so much faster on this computer. For me, as someone who does video production for a living and I'm constantly making videos for YouTube in different places, anytime I can get faster speeds for exporting or rendering, whatever it is always a huge win to me because I do that process so often in one day, exporting videos and rendering videos and exporting and just doing all this stuff on a computer that obviously if I can gain some speed and I can make the computer process those things even faster, to me it's just super worth the investment. Now, one thing to note, all those speeds I'm currently comparing to are with the M1 MacBook Pro, which is already a very fast computer. If you're someone that has the generation of MacBook before the M1, then these speeds are going to be mind-blowing to you, even the base model. So I don't necessarily think that it makes sense for everyone to obviously spec out a M1 Max 16-inch because the price is very expensive. Even the new M1 Pro will be incredibly fast for you as well, but this gives you a good indication of just how much faster the M1 16-inch M1 Max is, and I'm super thrilled with this so far. This is obviously just very early initial tests. I'm excited to do a lot more testing, but I wanted to bring this video to you right away just to get a feel for how much faster are we talking on this computer compared to the previous model M1. So hopefully this video was helpful if you were trying to get that question answered. Lots more videos coming on this computer compared to this, as well as the 14-inch MacBook Pro M1 Pro, which I also have. So hit the subscribe button if that's something that you want to see more of, and I will talk to you guys real soon.